All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Kelly Williams with the Kelly Williams Show in Bay Area Houston Magazine, and it's time for the Kelly Williams Show. Yay! All right. So I am so excited this morning. We've got Heather Geneshow right here from Girl Scouts of the San Jacinto Council, and I'm so excited to interview you and find out all about this amazing organization. Are you excited?
So excited. Hi, Kelly. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Heather. Okay, so guys, grab your coffee, grab a mimosa, grab water, whatever, and meet us right back here in just a minute because we're going to go on a commercial break and we're going to be right back live on Facebook and YouTube with Heather Geneshow from Girl Scouts. Here we go. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm excited. Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm so excited to have you on the show today because who doesn't love Girl Scouts? I don't know. I don't know. They're aliens. They're aliens. We don't know. But I'm going to tell you, it's very exciting because the Girl Scouts of San Jacinto turn 100.
100 years this year.
Crazy. Well, you look fabulous, for your age.
Thank you. I don't look a day over 90, do I?
No, I'm telling you, amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And McClay, hey, yay, Girl Scouts. Yes, absolutely. We were so excited to visit about this today because, again, I have a question for you. We were talking about, your husband's from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from Louisiana, and I literally grew up. My little sister and I were both in Bluebirds.
Oh, how sweet.
And then my older sister was a Girl Scout. So is it still kind of that trajectory? Like you start off being a Bluebird and a Brownie and then go?
So you start off in kindergarten are daisies, and then you promote to Brownies after that, and then there's a whole list up until you graduate as an ambassador.
Wow, how fun. Okay, so is Bluebirds not in there anymore?
Not anymore. Daisies is our starter.
I love that. I love that.
It's so cute to see the kindergartners, the Daisies all excited for their first, troops, and it's adorable.
So much fun. Okay, guys, so if you're just tuning in, you are welcome to say hi. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you have any questions for Heather or any questions about Girl Scouts, you can ask it live right here on the show. We're very excited. Girl Scouts of San Jacinto are 100. Okay, so that's huge. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. But first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Houston. So born and raised here. I went to school here at the University of Houston. So I have had my feet planted here in the Houston region. Yes, go Cougs.
Go Cougs, that's right. That's where I went. So I love it. I love that.
Yeah, so born and raised here. So I'm happy to be part of this council based here in Houston. We actually cover 26 counties. So we're over the whole Southeast Texas region, but our headquarters are right here in Houston, Texas.
Wow, that is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so what you look like you're 20. So
that is so sweet. I'm not.
What did you do since you were 10 before you got involved with the Girl Scouts?
So I'm not 20, but I love you for saying that. I'm in my mid-30s, but
wow, amazing.
But no, so I've worked in marketing and communications. So I graduated from University of Houston in 2010. and have worked in various different industries and have been so fortunate to find my way over here with the Girl Scouts. This is my first nonprofit I've worked for, and it's just, I gotta say, so fulfilling to work for an organization that you really truly believe in and love our mission and what we stand for. So I wasn't actually a Girl Scout when I was younger. I wish I was, but I am now. So it's
right. There's no age limit.
It's never too late to join. We have adult members, so you haven't missed your chance.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so why did you want to get involved with the Girl Scout organization? What was it?
So I've been familiar with the Girl Scouts forever. I had close friends. I see Tatiana Wallace actually just commented. That's my best friend.
Yes. Good morning, Tatiana. Thank you for watching.
Yes, Tatiana, and actually we've been best friends since kindergarten. And she was a Girl Scout. So I was familiar with it from a young age, but I actually have a daughter now. She's turning 3, but you know, it really changes your perspective in supporting girl-led organizations. And I just felt really passionate to want to get involved with something that brings up future female leaders. And, you know, I can't wait for my own daughter to join when she's a little daisy.
Absolutely. Maybe she'll start the little daisies.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Thomas, good morning, and go Cougs. Woohoo! That's
Hi,
right.
Thomas.
We love the Cougars. Thomas, thank you for watching this morning. We want everybody to share this show. We want to celebrate what this amazing organization, the Girl Scouts, has done over the past 100 years and what they continue to do, because they are just doing everything right and good. And I'm so excited. We've got Heather Ganishow right here on the show. And of course, that is a French name. Her husband's French. From New Orleans, you said, correct?
He is.
All
he
right,
is a tricky name, and you're getting it perfect.
So, nice. I'm so
it.
glad. Well, you know, being a Louisiana girl, we kind of know those little things. Okay, so why? What? Okay, so when? Tell me again. When was the original Girl Scouts organization started? How long ago?
110 years ago. So
crazy.
Girl Scouts was founded in March of 1912 in Savannah, Georgia, by our founder, Juliette Gordon Low. She had heard about, it's called Girl Guides overseas in England, which had a similar kind of organization to get girls outdoors. And loved the concept and wanting to bring something like that to girls here in America. So we were founded March 12, 1912, out in Savannah, Georgia. And we have Girl Scouts from across the country that travel out to Savannah to see the original headquarters. It's such a cool experience.
I love that. So then it says that the Houston Area Council followed in their footsteps just 10 years later. So that was a big deal, which was 100 years ago this year. And tell us a little bit about how many members were in the first group of the San Jacinto Girl Scouts.
So in April of 2022, our founding mothers, there are two. There's Corinne Fonde and Frances Mann Law. Corinne Fonde was actually the director of the newly formed Parks and Rec department here in Houston.
Wow.
And, you know, it was a really big deal for the new department. And then also just being a female leader, director of a department in the 20s was just really impressive. And she heard about Girl Scouts in Savannah and loved the idea of the movement and what they were doing and making sure to get girls to experience the outdoors like the boys. So so they formed the first council here. It started off pretty small with 9 troops. And at the time they were formed, they didn't even know each other existed. They were spread out in different regions. They just heard about Girl Scouts, wanted to form their own little troops. And then the council was created and kind of joined together. So it started off very small with small 9 troops. And now we're at 35,000 girl members today.
Amazing.
We have around 13,000 adult members. So we've just grown significantly and spread out our council to cover 26 counties.
And this is just in the San Jacinto Council.
It is, yes. That's just our council. There's a few different councils in Texas and councils all across the country.
Yeah, I love it. Sorry.
Whole network of Girl Scouts doing good things.
Such good things. It's so exciting. And good morning to the amazing Laura Panino. Thank you to the Kelly Williams Show, Heather Guinness Show, and Girl Scouts of San Jacinto Council official. That's right.
Hi, Laura.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much for everything you do to help promote all these organizations. And she is listing some people, I guess, tagging them that they need to be watching the show. Girl Scouts are the best at all ages. Exactly. Okay, so I want to ask you this, because that's a point I want to cover. If people are watching or they're going to see the show, how old do you have to be as a little girl to start getting involved in, you said it's now the Daisies? It's kindergarten age, but is there an age, a firm age that they have to be?
It's kindergarten. So
it's just kindergarten.
Once you're going into kindergarten. And what's really great is that when you sign up, most parents are signing up their Daisies, earlier in the year as they're getting ready for kindergarten. And we actually have resources and activities in place for girls to gear up for kindergarten, because it's a big deal, to walk into school for the first time with all strangers. So we have a program in place to really get girls ready for kindergarten as they're joining these first troops for the first time.
I love that. Okay, so I remember wearing my Bluebird outfit. The Bluebirds, they've been admonished. They're just gone. Anyway, they were wonderful. I remember getting to wear my little vest and my little skirt and stuff to school when I had a Bluebird meeting right after school. Do they still do that kind of thing?
Troops have different locations.
150 years ago, so maybe they can still do that.
I don't think most wear them to school, but we do have some troops that meet after school. So yeah, they can bring them with them and wear them proudly.
I love it. I love that. Okay, what do you think have been some of the milestones that the Girl Scouts of San Jacinto have accomplished over the past 100 years, people? 100 years. This is amazing.
Oh my gosh. 100 years. There's a lot of things I could say, but there's some key ones that stick out to me. So our council was founded in 1922. And we've had a very diverse demographic of people that live in the region here in the San Jacinto Council. And that's always been the case. So in 1924, our council actually founded the first Hispanic troop in the entire country.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that was a really big deal for our council to, Girl Scouts is very accepting of every girl from all walks of life. And so our council had the first Hispanic troop. And then in 1940, we actually had the first Black troop in Beaumont, Texas.
Oh my goodness.
So some really big milestones that, our council has landed in our inclusion of all girls. And when the Girl Scouts actually held the 100-year centennial for the Girl Scouts organization, of all places, they chose to celebrate that here in Houston. So we actually had a really big birthday party 10 years ago for the Girl Scouts at George R. Brown downtown.
Love it. So that must be a really big cookie.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But that's important that they had it in Houston. Of course they would. Yeah, very nice. That is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so I want to find there's before we talk about the cookies, because that's coming. Because it's
I knew I forgot something with my coffee this morning to get ready.
Exactly. I should have picked up a box while we were eating some cookies together. Badges. Okay, so these are like really cool, and they work very hard for them. Can you kind of give us a little bit of information on what are these badges that girls do, and what do they represent, and how many do they have to have? Because I want 50 of them. How do I get?
You should see some girls have vests that are covered in patches and badges, and then they add on to their vest to have almost like a cape of them. So those are very ambitious girls that want to experience and learn everything they can.
I love that.
So we have patches. Some are just local for our council. Some are national, that girls can earn in various different ways, depending on what the badge or patch is for. So we have special workshops or activities that girls can learn certain skill sets. And then they're awarded these badges that they proudly can put on their vest to kind of showcase, a lot of the activities and stuff that they've accomplished.
I love it. And listen, I'm going to tell you, I am promoting when somebody does very well. And so I think it's great that you still do these patches, that when people work really hard for something, they're able to get one and display it on something and say, I worked really hard for this.
Absolutely. And girls see other girls patches. Yeah. Like, that is so cool. How did you get that? And they recognize also things that they have in common. We have certain special interest groups that girls can join, like archery or astronomy and robotics and different things like that, that they have this commonality or common interest, and they see, hey, you got that patch, I got it too. So,
I know, I love that. I love that. Now you have two very special ones that have come out. I guess the anniversary patch, which is for the 100th anniversary, right?
And the great thing about that patch, so girls earn that patch by learning about the history of the San Jacinto Council, and we've put together a video for girls to watch, and so they earn this patch. It's really fun. It's birthday themed. It's like a cake with candles, but the really cool thing is that the patch actually has little loops across the bottom for them to earn special charms throughout the year that you can attach onto there, and they dangle. So
I'm loving this patch thing.
It is so cute. So for different milestones or different accomplishments throughout the year celebrating our 100th birthday, they can add these cute little charms onto it. So it's a fun little collector's item, and almost like a little scavenger hunt, because they want to catch them all and put them on there.
I love it. So is there a company that makes these patches?
There are, yeah. There's some patches that we have nationally, and then we have companies that embroider these patches for us for these special things.
Yeah, because it's like when you think of Girl Scouts, you think of these little sweet ladies sewing little patches. I mean, I guess because I grew up like that, and I'm thinking, somebody made this. I love it.
With 35,000 girl members, they would be sewing a lot of patches.
That'd be awful. I love it. I love that there's so many. Okay, so excuse me. Y'all have a mental health patch.
We do. We have a couple of them,
actually. Tell me about these, because I love that you have this.
So mental health for our girls is incredibly important, even more important after the last couple of years through the pandemic. And, it's been some unprecedented years, and girls have had just additional obstacles that they've had to work through in regards to mental health. So we have a couple of different patch programs that we were promoting for Mental Health Awareness Month, but they run all year. So one of them is called Resilient, Ready, Strong. And this is a patch that's earned through different kind of classes and workshops, teaching girls to support their own, be aware and supportive of their own mental health. And they teach them different ways that they can cope with stress and deal with all sorts of mental health issues. And then we also have another patch that helps girls. It's more for like empathy for people that have mental health, and to recognize when someone else needs help. So these are just hugely important patch programs that just benefit the health of not just the girls, but like I said, people in their schools. And it's giving them the resources they need to be supportive to themselves and all of their peers.
Absolutely. And McClay just commented, mental health awareness is so important for young girls. Love this. Absolutely. I mean, this is what to me is the heartbreaking part. Most young people will never understand that it's important to start being aware of when you're not feeling right, or when you're really sad, or when something's happening, or when you're and ask for help or get help, and be aware that there's people out there to help you. And so I love that y'all are involved in helping these young ladies really learn about these things, and try to make a difference to help others as well. This is wonderful. Absolutely. How do they get their patches?
So they
for
sign up
morale?
for there's certain online workshops that they can do, like online classes for them to
Great.
learn the tools. So they can do it on their own kind of time frame, but these resources, most of them I think are available through online classes and activities that they have to do in order to earn the patch. So they learn kind of what they need to do, and then there's different kind of things that they can participate in to show that they've earned the patch.
I love that. I think that's really important. And then it gives them a sense of accomplishment, of course, that they are really making a difference in learning how to help others as well as themselves. And that is really, really just wonderful. Thank y'all for that. Okay. So what is there something specific that the girls as a group or the Girl Scouts as a whole are doing for mental illness, mental wellness awareness? Is there something that it will continue? Or is there, what do y'all see for the next 5-10 years? Will this just keep progressing?
I think it's going to keep progressing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have these programs in place at all times for girls to learn about. We have different workshops throughout the year that girls can attend to just increase their knowledge and awareness for mental health. But then I see I can just speak for our council in particular. I know we've had discussions about increasing our community partnership with mental health experts, maybe experts from like Texas Children's or different partners like that can come in and give us additional training and resources, not just for our girls, but also for our staff, to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to be aware of anything that needs to be addressed and be supportive for all of our volunteers and girl members.
Oh, I just love that. Love it. Love it. Great job. Okay. So, sometimes people feel like the daddies get left out. But they do not in Girl Scouts, because y'all have ways for daddies to get involved with their daughters, which is so wonderful. Tell us a little bit about this.
Absolutely. So our adult volunteers, we have 13,000 of them. They're comprised of men and women. So I think when people hear Girl Scouts, they think only moms can be troop leaders, only moms can volunteer, which isn't true at all. We have some wonderful Girl Scout dads that are involved in volunteering for our camps and our programs. And we more than welcome it. It's wonderful to have these dads so involved in their girls' lives and their activities and be supportive. So we have some male troop leaders. I
love it.
Yes. And so we welcome all dads and all adult male members and family members to be involved. It's such a wonderful part of, their little girls' lives, and we don't want to leave them out at all.
I love it. I love that. So if people watch the show and they have a family member or a neighbor or know of somebody who really would enjoy being a part of the Girl Scout organization, how do they get involved?
Visit us on our website.
Okay.
So on our website, which is gssjc.org, we have a volunteer section there. So you can sign up, and there's so many different ways to volunteer. I think some people might assume troop leader, tons of time commitment, which is an option, but that's not the only option at all. So there's so many different ways that you can lend support and volunteer for the Girl Scouts, whether it just be, I want to be supportive for this one event. I want to be able to volunteer for my girls' cookie booths. So there's different ways, and they're all listed there on the website for you to get more information.
Yeah. They want you to volunteer. If you have any time or anything, they need you. They're growing, and it's very, very exciting. Okay. What are y'all doing as a council to recruit more members?
Well, we do a lot of outreach and go to different schools. We have an awesome team of volunteers that go out to local schools and teach girls about the benefits of Girl Scouting, to kind of just get them involved. And then we do have different ways to reach out to parents and support. And then we also have a wonderful outreach program that goes out to schools in maybe higher risk areas or lower income areas to show them the benefits of Girl Scouting. And we have wonderful financial aid assistance programs to make sure that we can provide Girl Scouting for everybody.
I love that. I was just going to ask, because some people are worried that they can't afford, to get their child involved in this, and they want to. So it is nice to know that y'all have financial assistance for those people who need it.
Absolutely. A membership for Girl Scouts is $25 a year.
Oh,
So we
love
do aim to keep it as low as possible, but we do have financial assistance to help with that. And
I
then
love
we also thank you to our wonderful donors. They're able to support camperships for girls that would like to attend summer camp that might not be able to attend otherwise.
Yes.
So
Tell us about the camps, because that's very exciting.
they're going on right now. So our summer camps kicked off on the 20th, earlier this week. So we've got so exciting overnight camp where girls are doing archery, canoeing, horseback riding,
Wow.
zip lining, you name it. I know summer camp
I
was
wanna
like
go.
one of my, I know. Me too.
Yeah, that is so wonderful. Is there a way for people to find out do they just go to the website and find out about the camps opportunities?
Absolutely. We have an outdoor section on our website that has a list of all of the different camp properties. Some are available just for our overnight camping experience here in the Houston area. And then we have additional camps as well to visit for our day camps too.
Awesome. Do you have to be a member of the organization to attend these camps?
You do. Yeah, you
Okay.
have to be a member to join. You have to be a part of a troop, actually. I don't think a lot of people know that as well. You can be in Girl Scouts and don't have to be in a troop. You can just be an individual member and get to go to camp and enjoy some of these workshops and things as well.
That's wonderful news to know. I love that. I love that. So it really is very inclusive.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay. So really quickly, before we move into just a little different part, cookies. I want to know how many years have you been with the Girl Scouts?
So I'm fairly new, actually, very new. So this is my first year with the Girl Scouts.
What?
So I just
Heather,
went through
you're amazing.
Thanks.
I would have never known that. Okay, so have you already stocked your fridge?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually joined right before our cookie sale this last year.
Nice.
And I made sure before the season wrapped up to reach out to my local Girl Scout and fill my freezer with Thin Mints, because that is my go-to Girl Scout cookie.
I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Do you have a number of how many boxes of Girl Scout cookies have been sold since they came into being?
Oh my gosh, I don't, but
we need to Google that.
Billy.
It's got to be millions and millions. It's hilarious. Do you know? And I guess you may not know because you're saying. Do you know when they started selling cookies? How long ago?
I don't know the year. It was really, really early on though in the Girl Scouts formation, and it just started with a troop that started making. It was like a sugar cookie. That they were selling to fundraise for their Girl Scout troop to get supplies.
I love it.
And then,
I love it.
And then it just grew from there. So it's actually a fun thing that a lot of the Girl Scouts now do is they take that original recipe that was made for the first Girl Scout cookies just for fun to go ahead and make this.
How fun is that? I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, so if you're just been tuning into the show, you are watching the Kelly Williams Show live with Heather Ganeshow.
Yep.
Right, there you go. With Girl Scouts of San Jacinto. And it's been so much fun because the Girl Scouts are 100 years old. Well, of Girl Scout of San Jack are 100 years old this year. That is crazy, and they all look fabulous.
A party hat.
I know we should have had a party hat and some bows and cookies. Next show, we're getting cookies. Yes. Okay, so on a more serious note, I want to ask you, how can girls from low income or at risk situations get involved with Girl Scouts? If somebody knows of a young lady in these situations, do they just go to the website? How do these people get a chance to be involved?
The easiest way would be to visit our website. They can apply for a membership directly through there. And then we also have a link for if they need financial assistance, it's a very short and easy application. They can send it in there. And then we also have volunteers that go to all of the local schools and communities to just educate families, parents, teachers, students about Girl Scouting. So you might find volunteers right there in your local schools too that can get you registered.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. Okay. Girl Scouts are known for being very involved with the community. I mean, this is, one of the things they were really based on, getting girls outside, getting them involved. What are some of the organizations or activities that the Girl Scouts are doing this year?
Oh, well, there's quite a bit to get girls out in the community in various different ways. A lot of them can volunteer to build community gardens or do activities with local councils or chambers of commerce, or the options are really endless. The great thing about Girl Scouts is that it's truly a girl-led experience. So the girls get to decide what they're interested in, what they're passionate about, and what kind of projects they want to do. So
love that.
I think that's so important for people to know. It's not just adults saying, hey, today we're going to do this activity. The girls are meeting together and saying, what do we want to accomplish? Like, what in our community do we want to make an impact on? And we see this as a progression from young girls all the way to our seniors and ambassadors. We have a highest awards, which is a huge part of Girl Scouting. The Gold Award is the highest honor that a Girl Scout can earn. And sometimes it takes up to 2 years for girls to earn their Gold Award. And
wow.
a lot of these projects are identifying something in their community that they'd like to make a lasting impact on, and then working towards and building a solution. So we actually just had a Gold Award ceremony this last month. And I heard over 100 stories of amazing impacts that these girls have had in improving things within their community. And it's just ingrained in our movement and what we do. And girls are carrying it forward all throughout their years with Girl Scouting and beyond.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love that the Girl Scouts has always been based on empowering young women to really explore, do new things, and support their communities. And it's just, y'all are just taking it to a whole new level, really, that Girl Scouts has become. And it's so incredible. What do you think, and just one thing, do you feel like is one of the best things about working with the Girl Scout organization?
Oh, wow. Honestly, it's just loving what you do every day. It's not one particular activity that I would say this is my absolute favorite, but so many people get up and go to work because they have to, because it pays the bills kind of attitude. But I think I can speak for behalf of everyone that I've encountered with staff in our council that everyone truly loves and believes in what we do. So it really doesn't feel like work when you're doing something that you're passionate about and know that you're making a really lasting impact on a lot of girls' lives. So it's just fulfilling. It's a rewarding thing to be able to contribute and support that movement.
I love that. Absolutely. So tell us one more time, how can somebody find out about being involved with Girl Scouts, either volunteering or getting somebody involved or signed up into Girl Scouts?
Sure. So you can visit us on our website, which is gssjc.org, and find out all the information about our programs, about registration, and also volunteers. And then you can also follow us on our social media. We've got a lot of fun content on there and share a lot of what our girls get to do throughout the year and what you can participate in. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and we just launched a TikTok for some fun kind of girl content. So you can find us on there too.
So fun. Heather, thank you so much for being on the show today and talking about Girl Scouts, because it's so exciting, and what a fun way to find out about the history and everything that's happening. And we're just so proud of y'all. Happy 100th birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It was so great to talk to you.
Oh, I'm so excited. This has been wonderful. Guys, if you know anybody that needs to see this show or find out more about the Girl Scouts of the San Jacinto Council, they're right here local, and they are doing big things and really promoting young women and making a difference in their communities and in lives of these young women. So you can be a part of it. So just go to www.gssjc.org. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. And Heather, thank you so much. This has been really, really fun and so exciting. Okay, really quickly though, when do the cookies come out?
Cookies are coming out in spring of next year. We do it every year in the early spring, but we also, I don't know, a lot of people know, we do fall product sales as well for friends and family. So you might have Girl Scouts selling some fun other things later this year.
Absolutely. I think some come around my neighborhood.
Yeah, they sell.
Girls, and we always buy from them when they do things. So it's exciting. I love that y'all still do that because that's a big deal to me because I grew up doing that.
Oh, it's so fun. And the cookie sales, all of those funds go directly to the troops so they can continue doing all of those fun things throughout the year. So
I love it. I love it.
Tasty cookies and giving back to these troops.
It is a win-win. Okay, Heather, thank you so much. Girl Scouts of San Jacinto, thank y'all so much for everything that you do. Happy 100th birthday. So exciting. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching today. You can catch the Kelly Williams Show right here on Facebook and YouTube every week. And we hope you have an awesome and blessed rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.